I thought our guys, we played a complete game today. We were very complimentary, both offensively and defensively. Got off to a shaky start for the first 4 minutes, but I thought our guys really locked in, and we won this game. We shot the ball, and that's going to overshadow a lot of what we did defensively. But I thought we were really locked in. We kept the ball out of the paint. We held them to 13 rebounds. They had 20 points in the paint. We doubled them up. I thought we shared the ball. We shot the heck out of the basketball, 64% and 64, I think, from threes. So that was a positive. But I thought defensively we did a really good job. I was really really proud of us switching and getting out in the shooters and keeping the ball in front. And then offensively, I thought these two guys next to me, Mika really controlled the game, shot the ball well. I thought Noel did an unbelievable job inside. I thought we had an advantage inside, with Chad and Noel, and I thought we really took advantage of it. And they did a really good job of scoring inside, kicking the ball out. So it was a complete game. We against Buffalo, we didn't finish. We got sloppy. I thought today we finished. We stayed with it. We were committed to every possession, and the results speak for themselves.
Coach, my perception that from long distance is that you've been getting better as the season's gone along, and I don't know if you could have expected this, but
yeah, we the whole goal for every team, and I tell the guys all the time, it's no team and no player stays the same during the season. Either you get worse or you get better, and our goal is to get better. And we're not nearly where we need to be, but we're making progress. I thought in this 4-game winning streak that we have, we're getting better. From the Bucknell game to the Miami, Ohio game, to the Buffalo game. Our guys are understanding how to play the right way. They're committed to each other, and we're getting better, and that's the goal.
This is for either Mika or Noel. Why was it important for this team to respond with that killer mentality, that complete game that Mark talked about, especially after the UB game on Saturday where you didn't do that?
I think it's important looking like overall, especially with these games that it's like us versus us and not really about the other team. And last game, even though it was a victory, it wasn't exactly our potential. So a game like this is really important that we stay on top of our stuff and we're getting towards our goal instead of some kind of outward goal of what's the final score, who scored what. We know how good we can be. So we need to practice and aim for that goal every single game.
And to pick up on that, what Noah was saying, we know that we just got to stay together, play together, and shots will fall. And I just feel like as a group, we know that we can't just play when we're feeling good or when things going the right way. We're starting to learn that, and we're starting to get more comfortable together as the year goes on.
What changed between Saturday and today to really create that consistent effort tonight?
Well, it's just like a mindset thing. I feel like sometimes with us, I feel like we going into this game, and coach emphasized on it as starting. Obviously, we got to start the game well, but we got to finish too. So now I feel like we're starting to understand that more. Just the mindset of just we can't get comfortable when we're up, and we got to just keeping our foot on the gas and keep going.
Coach, with as much as you guys struggled on the road last year, to be 2-0 early on, how big of a confidence booster is that for you guys?
Yeah, we don't look at last year. I emphasize to the guys all the time. It's like in order to have a successful season, you got to protect your home court and try to steal some on the road. And we're gonna have many more opportunities. But yeah, to be 2-0 and 3-1 overall, with neutral site games, it's a positive. Because you have to play that much better on the road than you do at home. Even though we had a great crowd of Bonnies here tonight, I'm proud of our guys. We're getting better, but we can't get complacent. We got to continue to work and improve.
Mike and Noel, it just seemed like you guys were having a lot of fun tonight. When you guys were having fun like that, how much better does it feel like it makes you guys?
Well, shots fell tonight, so that makes everything a little better. You feel good, but we just continue to get more comfortable as a team, as a group. Each game, we got new guys still, but now as the year is flowing, it's kind of like we're getting familiar with each other and what our spots are and how we all play together. So I just feel like we just got to continue to play together, keep finding each other, and when the ball moves around like that, it's contagious.
Mike and Noel, you guys had kind of started rolling at the point where their big guy picked up their second foul, but was there anything said to, make sure you guys got it in the paint after that, or is that just something that you new situation?
From the jump, I mean, Coach had let us know that we feel like we have an advantage inside, and we need to keep going inside. Especially when that big man got that foul, it's just time to double down on that. Especially if we feel like Chad is going or I'm going, and then it makes everything easier because once they have the help inside, it's easy to kick out threes, and it's just the whole team gets involved. So.
What was done defensively after the first couple of minutes there? Because it got to a point late in the first half where not a whole lot was available for them. It seemed like you're bumping them off screens a whole lot, and there just wasn't a whole lot available to drive.
Yeah, just sticking to what we do best and being in a gap defense, being there for each other, and just pressuring the ball. And I just say just the things that coaches emphasize on. All the coaches we feel like we're a better team when we're playing D and we in the gaps and we're getting stops, and that leads to offense.
Coach, you obviously see these guys a whole lot more than any of us do, with practices and whatnot. And with the full team performance tonight, can you sort of speak to the bonds these guys are making with each other?
Yeah, I think I don't know what it's like off the court. I don't hang with these guys, but on the court, yeah, you can see that we're more connected. Just from a defensive standpoint, we're switching, we're talking, we're just playing better together. Offensively and defensively, and it's good to see. Now now the challenge is, can we continue to do it? And that's what we got to work on, continue to work on. But I think they say it's offense, and I say it all the time. Offense is fickle. You never know. We're not going to shoot whatever we shot 12 for 19 from threes every day. The staple has to be our defense, and it was today.
Mark, what was that like to see Chad, Noel inside both being effective and impactful and subbing out for each other?
Yeah, they've been like that, in a number of games this year. I just think the game of basketball is won in the paint, and by the dribble or the pass. And I thought our guys did a really good job. We had 48 points in the paint, so half our points came, within 10 feet of the basket. We have two big guys that can play with their back to the basket. We have guards that can get by their guys and get into the paint, and that's when we're most effective. We're sharing the ball, we're swinging it, and then we're driving it, or we're swinging it and we're throwing it inside and we're playing inside out, and that's how you win games.
And then also, what did your team do? You brought up the 13 rebounds for Niagara. What did your team do to limit their second chances? I
just thought, we kept the ball in front of us. There wasn't many times where we broke down where they were getting the ball to the basket. There was times in the second half they did that, but I thought the first half, from a defensive standpoint, after the first 4 minutes, I thought we really did a great job of staying in the right positions. And then if you're in the right positions, then you have, better blockout opportunities, and I thought we did that tonight. And we used, our size, our athleticism. I thought our guys did a really good job.
Flowers gave you guys 28
Yeah,
minutes off the bench.
yeah, and that's his job, and he's done a really good job with that. He was coming off the bench and giving us a spark. Offensively, he hit some big shots in the first half, but he's also defending, and he's a team guy. He doesn't, mind coming off the bench. Everybody wants to quote start. But he's like the sixth man, and he's really effective in that position.
From Mika or Noel, the 31-3 run in the first half in a span of about 11 plus minutes. What did your team do to limit Niagara's chances and really keep them in check offensively during that run?
Next play mentality. We know that we start off a little shaky, and then that's when I feel like once we got stops, that's what led to our the lead going on. So I feel like it's just next play with us and keep continuing to get stops.
100%. And to double on that, it's like there's a lot of momentum going on if you get offensive going. I feel like it's pivotal to take advantage of their offensive when we're going. You know what I'm saying? It's deflating to see someone score, come back, press you, score, defend, score. So I feel like a part of that is also like just extending that run, making sure we're still being as aggressive on defense even when we're scoring.
And I thought, to add that, I thought that Barry Evans was really good tonight. He didn't score the ball, and I think he's understanding how he can be really effective for us. He had 10 rebounds, which is a career high. He's really, really guarding, and that's what we need from Barry.